Well, hi you guys. I was looking for my pruners. My barn definitely needs some serious clean out. After 4th of July, all the chairs that were in the driveway ended up in here. I still gotta put seeds up. I've got, here, let me show you. I've got some babies that, this is the African daisies that need to be transplanted. They did not like being up potted when they were little guys, and I lost a few, and it could have been also the heat, but I found this great little pot I'm going to put them in today. Oh my goodness. And so anyhow, I wanted to, it's too late. I woke up kind of late. Jack's off today and tomorrow, plus the weekend to finish up his plane. And so the sun is already on the gardens, really big time. And I thought, okay, so I need to tackle salsa, but not until either evening or early morning. But there's a couple things I can do in the garden, and plus update you on a couple things like the watermelons and the little guava babies. So one thing I noticed, okay, yesterday I picked a whole lot of cherries, Barbados cherries. And hey buddy, coming up behind me. And so anyhow, over here on my bush, it was just loaded with cherries. I'll show you some of that footage too. But I noticed my suckers are coming in very big time. This tree is very notorious for suckers. My goodness. I can get him tighter there, can I? Oh. Anyhow, hold on. Every so often I just have to come on in and do this with my Barbados cherry. I don't want the growth to go to these little side shoots. And I'll pick all that up later. This one too, really just shouldn't even, I shouldn't have let it get that far along. In fact, that night when I picked a whole lot of the cherries out of this tree, oh look, it's loaded again. Oh good, I'll pick some more before I'm gonna make cherry jam out of these. Either tonight or tomorrow. I have a whole case of tomatoes that need to be ground in the mill. So that's definitely got to be today because they're thawed and ready. But this whole tree does need like a good thinning out. As I was picking the little cherries, I was like, oh my goodness, I have so much growth in here that it was really, I ended up getting some of it in my eyes. And then I woke up with terrible pain yesterday morning in my left eye, and it took quite a bit of flushings to get that cleared out, whatever it was. I don't know if it was just look at that, tap it. You see how it's snowing? All the blooms are coming off of it. Anyhow, I don't think I want to tackle that today, although I will probably take me a cherry to go before we go on and do anything else. And I'll come through and pick a little bit more right before I start making the cherry jam. But I wanted to catch those suckers quickly, and at some point, probably, well, before hurricane, I would like to clear out and put just a little bit of airflow between this, so if we get hurricane force winds here, it can move through the tree rather than knocking the tree over like we had twice last year. If you're new to the channel, Hurricane Ian blew the tree one way, and then Hurricane Nicole blew the tree the other way. That's why, and that's why you see these stakes into the ground and into, I don't like that it's onto the fence. We do have another ground stake. I told Jack he's got to fix that. I can't have the tree pulling over the fence. That would be terrible. So anyhow, let's go on and move on to the next project. One night I had a few minutes and I came in here with the pruners And I just kind of like gave my, this is Jaboticaba. I gave it a little bit of airflow too in here. Just kind of, you know, knocking off a couple things. Supposedly the trunks like it better with a little bit more airflow and sunlight on them. So that's really all I did. It could use some more. I think I didn't get this side quite as good as I got the other side, but oh well. It was good. It definitely has a lot more airflow and sunlight to the trunk now compared to what it had. Oh, I think I could play with this all day long, right? Perfecting the prune. But that did happen off camera. Just wanted to let you guys know. My bromeliad down here, this is a fall bloom in the first week of July. This is like the 6th today. Look at that. It's so beautiful. This is the flame torch or flaming torch, something like that, bromeliad. And it has just a little bit of pink on the edges. It's so absolutely beautiful. But not supposed to be blooming in summer. I don't know. I think this winter, after they're done with all their blooms, we're gonna, it's been like 3 years since I've emptied out these containers. It's been like 3 years since I emptied out these containers. And I definitely need to get rid of the old bromeliads and put in just the new ones and give it time to grow, you know, fresh again for a couple of years. And look, this is kind of coming out. These need, see, these are younger ones. Those need to go in there. And anyhow, it's starting to block my door. I just need to clean up this whole area. I was telling Jack I would love to like put a little concrete pad out here. That's what, you know, I just got black plastic right now preventing the grass. It just gives me a little division of where the grass needs to stop and so forth. And the pine needles are bad. Oh my goodness, the yard work never stops. So anyhow, you see salsa needs some love. I've just ever since I got the cattle panels moved over, I've done nothing, but not in full sun. That is a good way to heat stroke. Oh, let's give you a little apple update. Look at that. My dominant apple, look how big it is. It's getting there. Yeah. Now these two seem to really start competing for space. So I don't know if I need to knock that one out. So a lot of you will say I do. I'm going to think on it a little bit more. And also, let's see. I'm trying to think. Did I see where blooms might be? I don't know if it's Catherine White watching. I don't know if that's for going to push more leaves or another set of blooms right there. I don't know. It may, look at how these little nodules, knobs, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. They look like they're getting ready to push something else. So I don't know if it's fall blooms or if that's going to be another set of leaves. But that's pretty exciting there that there's a little bit going on with the apples. Look at that stress right there. Ooh, that's not good. Huh. I'll try not to read too much into that. Peppers are looking fabulous. My nutsedge is coming back, but yeah, let's see, it's had at least two of the liquid seaweed treatments, and they do look nice dark green now. They're so much happier. Starting to put more peppers back on. I did see a bell. This is the orange bell pepper, and the okra's getting high. I think we're really close to having blooms. Now, I know a lot of you already probably eaten okra by now, and there's the burgundy down there. This is Clemson spineless right here. So, yeah, I got my okra in very late. And I didn't want to skip the whole season. I just love okra in the morning with breakfast and like with the eggs. So that'll be soon around the corner from now. Let's see what else we uppotted. I uppotted holy basil, lemon bee balm. It's starting to show some new growth. What is this? Holy basil also down here. I'm still trying to get rid of the chaya and the physics nut, or it has a second name, like prerogative nut. This one was just wild baby in my yard. And then these were the one seeds a friend gave to me. And then what else we got? The sage, goldenrod, and that's the one we're not telling Jack about because he's allergic to goldenrod. Toothache plant, especially if it's in the house. I don't think he'll mind it too bad in the yard. Everything else just about died up here. My bad. I didn't get those green beans, they're long beans in the ground. Oh, I should have, but I didn't. Hey, while we're over here, let me just show you. Okay, we did the summer solstice prune. Look at the new growth. Nice. Didn't harm it at all. We've put a lot of airflow through the winter Mexican avocado. Look, it's pushing a lot of new growth. Yeah. The black zapote pushing a lot of new growth over here. I barely even cut on this one, but anyhow, it still reacted. There's new growth over here, looking very healthy on the sun red nectarine. That looks really good. I'm really happy. I wanted to keep this one kind of short. The sweet almond is smelling, y'all. Oh, there's a bee. This smells so good. Oh my gosh. Amazing. I love this. Okay, and then we came in here and I trimmed up this plum that it didn't even bloom last year, or earlier this year. And I guess I did give it a pretty hard prune, and look, it came back with a lot of leaves. It's looking sad. It just really honestly needed that whole top section to go. And now this is look, this is like a foot of new growth right here and over here. That might even be more than a foot. Yeah, from down here to all the way up there, that's almost coming close to 2 feet of new growth. Just amazing. Let's see. Not to interrupt our summer solstice pruning looking at, but in here are some pineapples. I got, yes, starting to turn yellow. I gotta pick that one. There's one actually deep down in here and right here. It's hard to see them. Ooh, that is poison ivy right here. If y'all don't know, I've seen that come up a couple times on the groups. I don't know what these dots are on. Those are aphids, I think. I think those are creatures, not fungus. Anyhow, I'll have to be very careful that it's come up through the pineapple. Not good. Beauty berries, putting on some berries. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And I don't think there's many pineapples on this side this year. Next year. Or even maybe this fall, winter. I cut back the jelly fig really hard. And it's putting on all sorts of new growth. I hope this means eventually I'll get a jelly fig. It really needed it. I threatened its life. It's been here for too long and not putting on anything. Like 2 years, 3 years. Anyhow, this I don't really love this branch, so that may just go to. I have a volunteer cherry tomato. Thank you, squirrels and birds. Toothache plant. So right in here we have some more mulberry blooms. Can you see those? Maybe I'll try to see if we can get them in the sky. There we go. It had more. Yeah, there's some more. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So the summer solstice pruning did a lot of good to a lot of these plants. It helped throw some energy back to the roots. It is putting on some new growth, but really I want my trees to stay small, so it cut off really tall stuff, gave airflow. It just overall really helped the plant. Over here we have another pineapple I'm keeping my eye on. My bay leaf. Ooh, it put on new leaves and then it stopped. Maybe we're gonna get some more push points in there of more leaf growth. That would be nice. Oh, look, a lot of new leaves on the side here. That's great. It doesn't grow very fast. Bay leaf or sweet bay is really a very slow growing plant. And I had 2 of them, and I gave, well, I traded one to a friend, and you know what? I'm realizing now I should have probably just kept 2 of them. And I think she was adding mine to be her 3rd tree, and I kind of get it now. If you use a lot of bay leaf in your cooking, you're going to want more of that. Everything else looks pretty good over here. I never did see a bloom on my gromachami again this year. Huh. Anyhow, everything looks really good in here. The moringa, can you see that? It's pushing new growth after that big summer solstice prune. Everything's going good. You know what I do need to do? I need to pull some of these elderberries in here. Hold on, I'm gonna need to get a chair to put you guys on and a bowl for me. Okay, here we go. Lots of blackberries in here, ready to come off the tree. Come on, doesn't want to come. I was grabbing an elderberry cluster from the top, then I broke this whole branch. Uh-oh, that was bad of me. We haven't had a lot of rain the past few days. We had just a smidge of rain yesterday, but really not much at all to speak of. So I think the next few days we should be getting real good rain, and that will be really welcomed. Do you guys see any more? I'm sure you see the ones up there by you. Okay. Oh, I need to clean out. Some of this is longevity spinach I'm sitting on or standing on. There you go. So if you're new to the channel, what I'm doing is just collecting all my elderberries and putting them directly into the freezer. And then after I'm done freezing them, and I have a bunch, you know, whatever, few cups, I will go ahead and make elderberry syrup for the first time ever. So finally, last year I did not have enough elderberries really to make enough syrup, but this year the tree's in full swing, and I'm really excited that I'll be making my own homegrown medicinal elderberry syrup for my family this winter. I feel like I'm missing, yeah, I'm still missing. The sun is right in my eyes. No, those are still green. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, one more. Oh, a couple more. Now I can see without that sun in my eyes. With this tree, it does snap easily. If you get an elderberry tree, just know that they segment off pretty easily. And I didn't know if you guys have heard of this before, but you can make like elderberry flower honey, and you can use the blooms that way too. I don't know that I'll be doing that this year, but that is something to be thinking about for future years. I really want to use every berry I can right now for the syrup, but I would love elderberry bloom or flower infused honey at some point in the future too. Elderberry makes a lot of babies, so you see that over there? That's a baby. There's another baby there. There's a baby right here. So we're just gonna let, not too many, but we're gonna let a few elderberry trees take over this section, and that way I can use some for all different uses. as long as we're over here, I thought we might as well check on the Mexican cream guava babies that we pollinated on the camera. Look at that, they look so good. Those are the first two on the set. And here's the other two. Can you see that? There we go. It's hard for me to see, the sun is just getting so bright. And then I had a bunch more in there decide to bloom and pollinate on their own. I don't know if they got, I don't know that they got pollinated with or without me. Look at that, there's a cluster of 3. I don't know if that one's gonna make it, if they got fertilized and pollinated or not, but I think that's pretty cool that the tree really did come to life after that good pruning. Wanted to give you guys a quick watermelon update. Look at the Georgia rattlesnakes looking so cute over here. They haven't died. Look, there's a mustard green in there too. I still have a handful of them. Then over here I have the sugar babies. Yeah, they're doing okay, especially if I remember to water them. It's so hard to remember to water up here because not a lot is going on. A lot of it's on maintenance, you know, self-maintenance. And the flowers are fine. The celery is looking kind of weak, but it'll perk up if we get some rain here. Uh-oh, I see a watermelon. I see a pineapple. Look, all these weeds need to come out of the walkway. Look at that. I'm just gonna pick it now before anybody else finds it, aka critters. The flowers, oh look, I got a lot of volunteer mustards. The flowers are doing great. There's weeds amongst them, but look at all the zinnias that we one day on one of the videos took some of the old seed and reseeded, and some of those are just about, that's one of them, they're coming due. They're coming out of here. And look at the super petunias, the bubblegum pink. Look at them. This one gets a lot of sun. I can't believe it's still alive. Look, the sun is really fading it out. And I've got some gladioluses, not too many. They got greenery, but I've only got 2 stalks of flowers. Look at that, just having a good time. And look, cranberry hibiscus looking fantastic there on the fence. Very patriotic with the butterfly peas, don't you think? I should have planted something white in here for a little red, white, and blue. There, down there is an alyssum. It's still alive. I think it's thriving because it's shaded out by everything else. It's keeping it very happy. I love that. All the kale, the line of kale died up here, which is so funny to me because this is the kale in the shade, and the kale in the sun over here is doing just fine. I really would have thought that had bit to dust by now, being July. I don't think I bet it doesn't go to August though. I really don't think it can. Well, you guys, I'm gonna head back in the house. I'm already sweating profusely, and I gotta get at those tomatoes to make some more tomato paste or sauce or something. I'm not sure. I may make pizza sauce with this batch. Look at that. Pineapple number 6. How about that, huh? So awesome. So awesome. I owe you guys like a garden tour in like another week. But here's a little sneak peek. Look at that. My ahi mangoes, which they told me were sweet, are not sweet. Not sweet at all. They have plenty of heat on them. Ahi mango peppers, just in case I didn't say the word peppers. I thought that was understood, but maybe not. So, and then look what's over here. These are called sweet bonnets, but I'm not sure if I believe him. I don't believe the packaging or the guy. He's nice, but I think my taste buds are much different. I don't know. He said sweet bonnets. We'll see. And look at this, my baby mulberry. Some of you, if you have me on other social media like Instagram or even the YouTube community page, you saw this. But look at this. We have babies on my this is dwarf ever-bearing mulberry cuttings that we're trying to root in just regular dirt or not dirt, but I guess this is potting soil. Yeah. And look, my figs. This is jelly fig right here and right here. I don't know that all of them are gonna take or anything, but if I get one or two, that'll be cool, right? And then this was like raspberry I put over there. It didn't do. I don't think this fig's gonna do good either. But if we get one or two, wow, cool. More plants I don't have to buy. Do you guys recognize what this is? This is baby comfrey. Yeah, this is cuttings or root. I guess the roots is what you say. When they were separating their comfrey, my good friend Steve and Mary Lee gave me a cutting. Really can become 2 plants, but I just put it in all at one together, and we'll let that go as 1 plant for right now. We're going to save up potting these for a little bit later time. It's like 11 o'clock. It's just way too hot. The sweat is pouring off of my face, literally. It's just not figurative at all. Look at the mess I got. Oh my goodness, never ending to-do list. That's why I say you have to be very intentional in taking rest right now. You can heat stroke, you can overheat, you can just do, you know, dehydration headaches. I've had those too recently. It's not good. This heat is just way too much. We were in 100 plus heat indexes all of last week. It's just too much on the body, and so a lot of, well, I can do a lot of this stuff in the evening or after a storm, but hold on, I'm grabbing my stuff, getting away that from the AC unit. But anyhow, take time for your loved ones, for yourself. Life is really short, you guys, and I think that's where we're going to end the video today. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. After I'm done making tomato sauce, we'll start the cameras rolling again to do some project out here, hopefully tackling the salsa garden. All right, bye-bye. Look, look, look. Somebody was in the pool. Buddy, were you in the pool? Don't you lay down in that mulch. Don't you lay in that mulch. Get all messy.